Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. 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 Reality TV, church reviews. Let's talk happy love and marriage lifestyle. Come and talk with us. Come and share with us. Come and laugh with us. Come on and pray with us.
Regina and Clovis, special guests. You should be following your lead. Bless. Subscribe on YouTube. Listen on podcasts. We live on IG and Facebook. This episode is sponsored by Truth and Triumph Ministries.
A heartfelt thank you to all of our subscribers who joined us for this video. If you have not already subscribed, go to our YouTube channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. Subscribe and click on the notification bell to be alerted whenever we go live. Join our private Juice community. Go to www.thejuicecommunity.com and sign up for free. Join us, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. We have our Money Monday financial series. It is a lunch and learn program at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. Also on Monday, we have our reality series and hot topics at 7 p.m. Wednesdays, we have Bible study at 7:30 p.m. Thursdays, we have church news at 7:30 p.m. We also offer motivational moments, happy marriage lifestyle, news from a godly perspective, movie reviews, as well as our single moms club, Let's Talk Ex-Millennials, and of course, our Cooking with Clovis. Follow us on our podcast channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show Podcast, streaming on all podcast platforms. A great big thank you to our podcast production company, Noye Podcast Productions. They can help you create your own podcast also. Contact them today at houseofnoye.com. Thank you to our sponsor, Custom Apparel Shop. Have them complete your embroidery work and silk screening needs. Do you need a logo created for your fashion apparel or company? Contact Israel Mason today. That is 786-657-7501. Thank you to our main sponsor, Truth and Triumph Ministries. Truth and Triumph Ministries, a ministry that cares about telling people the truth so they can triumph in life. Thank you, Truth and Triumph Ministries, for all you do.
Hey y'all, hey, how's everybody doing? Listen, you guys, I had a little bit of extra time today and I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and just have a chat about some of these stories that have been just piling up on my desk, and I'll just put it all into one and just have a fun chat today. I dropped the link on our YouTube page. If you'd like to join us on panel, you can do that as well. And let's just have a fun chat while I cover some of these stories. All right. Thank y'all for being here at the Juice Radio and Talk Show today. We're going to have a fun day on this Sunday and chit-chatting about a little bit of these stories. All right. So let's get started right now. And if you have not subscribed to the channel already, the Juice Radio and Talk Show, I would ask that you please go over there to our YouTube channel at the Juice Radio and Talk Show and subscribe today. Y'all see the red mug and the microphone. All right. Thank y'all for being here. All right. Let's have some fun today, you guys. All right. So I'm kind of chill today, kind of relaxed, kind of saying, let me just go in here, spend some time with hubby. So I said, let me go in here and just do a little bit of videos over here on YouTube, some fun news. Hey, Robin, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Just have a little chit chat here. All right. I want to start off with a story here. I want to chit chat a little bit. A lot of people have been having a lot of conversations about, hey, Robin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you.
I see that you've calmed down a little bit after your free car wash.
Robin, I was so happy. We pulled up, Robin. I mean, just picture this. We pull up. My husband has a certificate in his hand ready. He's like, I got my certificate. The man comes and he says, oh, congratulations. You just won a free car wash. And my husband's like, yeah, I know. I got my certificate here. And the man says, no, you get to keep that. Look at the screen. It says you're a lottery winner. And we're like, what?
That's so cool.
I know and listen, we had a good time too. And thank you so much for liking the video. We had so much fun. It was good. So now we'll use our coupon for his car, you know. But let's chit chat a little bit about some of these stories that I have on here. I want to chit chat a little bit about some of these topics that's going on. And if there's anything you want to chit chat about, Robin, let me know. I'm just here. Just turn the cameras on and we're just going to have a conversation with other people as they come in and join us. We just going to have these chit chats. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people have been talking about Nick Cannon and they're about his 11 kids. And they were like, why does Nick Cannon have 11 kids? This is so much, blah, blah, blah. And there was so much talk about Nick Cannon and his 11 kids. And so I read
12.
Oh, he has 12? Oh my gracious, Nick. You don't got another one since I done got the story prepared. But look at this beautiful picture up here of Kiki. This is Kiki Wyatt.
Oh, yes.
Now,
that's what she looks like.
Yes. Kiki Wyatt, you guys, has 11 kids as well. And so I said, well, if people can sit up here and just have a conversation about Nick, I want to come on a positive side and have another conversation about Kiki because she's a mother of 11 also. Yeah. And she's holding down all her kids in her household. Nick has his spread out.
All over.
He has his spread out all over. But Kiki, I'm going to give kudos to Kiki because Kiki is holding down all these kids in her household together. And she's a boss mom doing all this. I don't even know if she's slowing down having kids. But shout out to Kiki. Kiki Wyatt is doing it out here too, Nick. And I think she's doing it better than you because she has them all under one roof. I love it. So shout out to Kiki.
Say it again. Yep.
Did you know she had 11 kids as well, Robin?
I knew she had a whole lot. I didn't know the number.
Yeah, she had 11 kids as well. And let me tell you, she's taking care of her baby. So Nick Cannon, you're not the only one out here doing it with these kids now.
That's an apple and an orange, Regina.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now I don't know, Nick. I don't know if he's even slowing down, but I read a little bit of his bio and his story and all that. And Nick's past is something else, with his dad and everything. That is something else. But kudos to both these parents for taking care of their kids, though. I got to give them that because to have 11, there's some people out here that is having a hard time taking care of one. And I'm not bashing them. Everybody's situation is different. But real kudos to these two for taking care of the children that they're birthing. Congratulations.
He gets a half pat from me.
He gets a what?
A half of a pat on the back.
Okay, you got to tell me why.
Okay, to start, he has as many children as he has. They're spread out. Mm-hmm. He has said, and I've seen him in interviews say things like when he's asked about the mothers of his children, if they get along. He said they don't have to get along with each other. They just have to get along with me. He said, so he doesn't do a lot it doesn't seem like he can't get all his kids together that they can know each other. They're the youngest, the next to the last kid, and the one that he had with the only Black mother besides Mariah, which is the woman who was the Price is Right model.
Oh, okay. I can't remember her name.
I don't know any of their names. So she blasted him about his time and stuff. And so now he brings that child to what his office, whatever his office is. He has a playroom set up for her.
Okay.
And I saw actually maybe a couple of weeks ago that he had a picture of two of his children, that one girl and another child playing together, but from different mothers. But he gets a half pat because there is no way that he can really build good, really strong, in my opinion, relationships with children, so many of them, and spread out so much. And how, he's already, I pay, he even said, I spend the most of my time with this kid. How does that kid feel?
When those kids get older, that's really going to hit them because they're going to be like, fighting for their father's time. And then probably there could be a lot of jealousy. And that's why I want to give big shout outs to Kiki because she's keeping hers all together.
Right. And I don't care that, I mean, it's important that he can provide financial support for the
Mm-hmm.
children. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you what,
Okay, Robin, I think your audio went out there, or is it mine? Okay, so let's go on while Robin gets that
am
up.
I breaking up?
Yeah, okay, I got you're back now.
Am I breaking up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. He needs to watch some old Judge Mathis shows because I have a feeling that he's going to really tick one of these women off one day
Mm.
and they're going to sue him for child support.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna say, "Well, I give her all the money whatever she needs, whatever she asks for." And then when they're gonna be in court, and the judge he can say, I have all these receipts," and the judge is gonna say, like Judge Mathis taught us, "Oh, those were gifts. So you're gonna have to pay your child support retroactively."
Ooh.
So I think that he set himself up for that to happen. That's it.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got a lot. Well, the next story I'm going to cover real quick is Tina Knowles and her
Mm-hmm.
divorce from Richard Lawson. Now, let me tell you why I'm not surprised at this. And let me tell you, these shady little people, look at this headline. I think this was CNN or one of them. They put Beyonce's mom. Why they just didn't put Tina Knowles? They're so shady. Beyonce's mom files for divorce. Let me tell you, when Tina and Richard got married, I thought, okay, I'm not sure if this is going to last. I just did not get a good feeling from it. And then,
Really?
I didn't. And nothing against her is more so I didn't get a good feel from him. But of course, I just left it alone because I said, maybe it's just me. And then those feelings started coming back, Robin, when Tina Knowles said her home was broken into and the jewelry and stuff was stolen in the tunes of what, like over $1 million worth of stuff and money, jewelry and money.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I'm thinking, oh no, I wonder if he had anything to do with it, allegedly, right?
I think so.
And then now the divorce is coming. So it makes me think, oh my goodness, what is going on? And there's a lot of stuff circulating, and I don't put it all on my channel until I get verified proof. But I just didn't think this marriage was really going to work from the start. We may have wanted it to work, but I just feel as though something wasn't right about it. And then I read his Wikipedia page, and he says that he met Tina through his sister. She was friends with his sister, and
Years and years ago.
yeah, years and years ago. And he was kind of like, I mean, he liked her, but of course, I guess he said he couldn't do anything about that, so, but he did have like a good little, feel about her and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Hi, Julius. I'm not sure let me see. Hello, Jules.
Hey, Miss
Hi, Julian.
Jules. Hey, Auntie Robin.
Hey, how are you, Julius?
I am good. Blessed as can be. But
oh, so happy that you're here today.
I'm glad we're covering this topic because I'm just saying, it seems like this is like the wave of like divorces and it's like when I was at my family reunion.
Yeah.
Earlier this month, I had a conversation with my sister.
Uh-huh.
I said, I don't know what it is, but folks are thriving in like the entitlement, narcissism, everything. I'm like, if this is what relationships are like, even though my heart is still open, I don't want it.
And it's that's the sad part of divorce. Other people will look at it and be like, I don't know. But did you think that this marriage was going to work, Jules, from the start?
Well, the thing about it is, I didn't find out that they was married until a couple of years ago because I thought she was still married to Mr. Matthew. But then I read up on it, and I can understand why he divorced him and why the girls don't have a relationship with him.
Yeah.
And so I think with Miss Tina, and I'm not saying this to drag Miss Tina, she hasn't healed from that hurt.
That could be a point. Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like, it's one thing, even in gay relationships, when a person cheats. It's one
Any
thing.
relationship, yes.
But when a person has a baby with somebody else,
ooh.
No offense to that blessing from God.
Right.
But it's a whole other level of betrayal, emotional hurt, and torment. Like, to the betrayed, it's like, what did I do to deserve this?
Yes. Yeah. It is. There's a lot of hurt when it comes to that.
And it's
what do you think of the...
Sorry, Miss Robin.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Julius. No, you go ahead, sir.
I just think, case in point, even I want to give her props, Rashida from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Oh, yes.
I know at first she wanted to throw, break, even some bones on that man.
Yes.
But she even said multiple times, this baby has not a thing to do with adult mess.
Yes, I remember watching that too.
Some folks don't even care to have that philosophy. Children shouldn't have anything to do with adult mess, but if you choose to do the children wrong, then you're wrong. Even
Thank you, and you're absolutely right. Robin, what were you saying?
Well, I have three things probably, but two things for sure to say. One is there's this whole idea in the atmosphere that that television show that was on OWN called Black Love was a marriage killer, because pretty much everyone who's on that show are now divorced.
Really?
The second thing, yes, she was on. Tina Knowles was on it. With the Maui girl with Corey Hardrick,
Tia Mowry, Corey,
yeah. There's a few of them, but also I did watch that series, and people have been posting also the one clip when Miss Tina said that she called him not perfect. He doesn't check all the boxes. He's not really perfect, and he was stunned. He was like, "I'm not." Like, you have to see it. I mean, but what it is,
I heard about
it. He did.
I heard about it. Yeah.
I didn't catch it when I saw it, but it has a whole different.
Heated because when we was on Miss Diva's channel, she
showed
it.
Oh,
and
my
we was
God.
just like, whoop.
See?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I don't believe it had anything to do with her robbery at all, because he is too I believe he's too well established to do that. Period.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. It just looks really bad that, that happened just a couple of months ago or a month ago or something. And then now the divorce is coming right after. Oh, that's not a good look. But we hope they get it all worked out, and that nobody gets mentally ill behind kind of stuff like this, And when I'm saying that, not trying to say they're mentally ill, but what I'm saying is divorce can take a real mental toll on people, especially when it's in a public light. And these two are two huge public figures. So I'm praying that mentally they can get through this thing and just go their separate ways and it not take a toll on either one of them.
I'm glad you said that, Miss,
well, he's
Juice, because I do not want another case of a Brad and Angelina.
No. Oh my goodness, that was too much. What were you saying, Robin?
Well, he's already stunting, because before I came on with you, I was on Twitter and somebody posted something that he posted, reposted something he posted of him in all these various poses, like a lot of different clips of himself. And just like he was just flexing, and the music behind it was Jay-Z. I hollered.
No.
Yeah.
Richard,
when I go on, if I find it, I'll email it to you.
Richard, stop, because she ain't gonna get you back off no Jay-Z song. Stop, Richard.
It was a Jay-Z song. It cracked me up.
Too much. Well, let's talk about this. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Brittany Griner.
I've seen this article.
Yeah, what did you think about this? She says she's not traveling. She's not doing it. What you think about it, Jules?
I don't blame her.
Right.
That's PTSD. And, even if, let's say, if I was in her shoes,
Mm-hmm.
But let's say I was, behind a place in, let's say, the
Yeah.
UK or
Mm-hmm.
Italy, many of our allied places.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to travel.
I would be so afraid to get on a plane to even go to Disney World from Tampa. I would not want to do it. I would not want to get on a plane right now, and I can understand it. And I'm so glad that she is putting her mental health first by saying, "Look, I'm not going. I'm not doing it." Mm-mm. And I'm glad she's not. Robin, what's your thoughts? Have you seen this story about Brittany Griner deciding not to travel with
Yes,
the Phoenix
I
on the road trip?
absolutely have seen it.
Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts
I
on
think it makes sense for her. It makes sense for her personally because the way I read it is she needs she needs something that she needs to be more routinized
it?
and
Mm-hmm.
stable and an anchor, and she needs to be home. She can't I think that just the idea of being away from her home base is
Yes.
in and of itself traumatic, and she does not need to be separated from that. And I also think that it is actually remarkable that she has been out in public as much as she has,
Yes.
that she even made it back and is, on the court, and had
Mm-hmm.
that first dunk, her first game back. So I think it's important that, and I appreciate that the management of the team is like, do what you need to do. We got you,
Mhm.
because she needs that. And I'm happy that she's really taking care of herself. But I am bothered that she's, you know, she's gonna take time before she can get back to closer to her old self, because she'll never be the same.
Yes. Hey, Latoya. Thank you for being here. I dropped the link if you'd like to join us on panel, Latoya.
And
Yeah,
also,
hi
like,
Latoya.
oh, hey, Latoya. And also, I think she has severe PTSD from her time, but also
Yeah.
being compared to Soldier Walden, I think is his last
Mm.
name.
Mm.
And, you know, that's a little bit of a more complicated case.
Yeah.
His family has come out and said that,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like even she's urging support for him. And it's just like, it's like I said when I came on panel.
Yeah.
I don't know when compassion and empathy
Mm-hmm.
has left this world, but it has left.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that too. And I'm glad, like Robin said, that, she's glad that management were like, listen, okay, we're okay. We're behind you. We understand. I'm glad they didn't try and force her to do something that she didn't want to do. Hey, Cynthia, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. She's saying hello. I'm glad for Brittany. And let me tell you, I have been rooting for Brittany. And I did a couple of stories on her when she was over there in Russia, prayed, and I'm so glad that she was able to come back home. And I've been following her on her Instagram, her and her wife, and she's very happy. But I can understand also being afraid to get on that plane. And not only Brittany, her wife is probably fearful. Her family is probably fearful,
Mm-hmm.
about her getting back on a plane, going somewhere, leaving where they are. And so I'm glad that she's doing this. And I'm glad that she's speaking out, because it'll let other people know your mental health is more important than anything else, including that position that she has. And also that people have to start understanding this. Like Robin said, the management and the people, the managers and the coaches and all that understanding they got behind her. And other companies need to start doing that as well for other people that are dealing with the mental issues, and mental constraints that they have. So I'm glad for Brittany, and kudos and congratulations to her. And I am glad, like Robin said, that she has been out and about and getting awards and everything. She got an award in February, and she's up for another award as well. So I'm very glad that she's out and about. But I'm quite sure that her getting on another plane is not in the books for her right now, especially anywhere overseas. All right, so kudos to you, Brittany. We love you. All right, so y'all take a look at this picture on screen here. Did y'all see this picture with Rihanna?
She looks beautifully
I didn't
pregnant.
see the whole picture.
Ciao, Rihanna. My husband sent this to me. Rihanna, somebody caught Rihanna coming out of a restaurant after having lunch, and it says here, let me go to this website here. It says here that Rihanna wore a crop top shirt, and it says, while Rihanna hasn't revealed her second baby's due date, the singer announced her pregnancy in February, meaning she is likely very close to welcoming her little one. The superstar has been photographed less frequently in the last couple of months, but paparazzi captured a rare look at the very late pregnancy style on July 24th. Rihanna was dressed casually, wearing a Rage Against the Machine crop top and open jeans for lunch in Beverly Hills. Now,
she looks gorgeous.
Look at Rihanna. But I thought for a minute when I saw the pants now, Julius, I was like, Rihanna, were you so hungry from lunch you couldn't button your pants? That's what I originally thought. Me and my naiveness. I didn't know this was fashion. I did not know it was fashion. I thought some paparazzi was being shady and Rihanna went and ate a little bit and she was like, let me unbutton these pants. But this is actually fashion nowadays for the kids. Is that what it is, Julius?
To me, I just feel like she is in a different phase in her life, and she is thriving in it.
She's beautiful, though, isn't she?
And it's like, ever since I think she was like, 19? She's had the sex symbol image.
Yes.
And she's like, you know what? I'm not that 19 young, profoundly naive girl that I was. I am grown. I am mature. I am in this new phase. And she displayed it. Now, this is late in the pregnancy.
Yes.
But she displayed it when she performed.
I saw that too.
In the halftime show. She's like, listen, I'm not going to be work. Like, everybody wanted her to shake her kadunk, but like, listen, for the way she was moving and being like 4.5, 5 months pregnant and showing, she was still doing the work.
I was nervous for her when I kept watching it and the way she was up on the stage and the platforms moving and everything, because I realized she was pregnant. I'm like, oh my God, Rihanna, be careful. Robin, what's your thoughts on Rihanna's look? What's your thoughts?
I think that Rihanna is a beautiful woman. I also think that this is a doctored picture.
You do?
Yep. I can't. Especially when I look at her, it looks like they just stretched out the photo to widen it.
I just saw that too, not because my eyes are messed up, but I could definitely.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me see who this is. This is Matt. Let's see who Matt is. Let's see. Hi, Matt.
Hello there. I'm going door to door to make.
Oh, boy, bye.
Bye, boy.
That's why you always got to have your hand real quick on the button. Sorry, Matt. Bye-bye. We're going to have to ban you, sweetie. Sorry. Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. So look at this. So you were saying what now, Robin, about this beautiful, beautiful woman here?
It looks doctored. She looks to me. It's not fitting in my head.
Yeah.
The way I'm looking, it just looks doctored to me. And I remember seeing the parts of the picture, but she looks, if you look at it, you see how her head, look at how her head sits on the rest of her body. And I really believe that it was it's a distorted photo.
Now this came from
this
came from Elle magazine. Go ahead, Julius.
I'm gonna turn on my camera because I found this just from the 14th. This is her body, so that's definitely.
I can't see anything on your phone, Julius. Turn on. Let's see.
Yeah, we can't see anything, sweetie.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, okay. I see it.
It's like the stage now, like.
Okay. So this is probably a doctored photo from Elle magazine. Elle, would y'all have? See, Elle is bigger than that. I don't know.
But it's like, even though she's all prettied up and everything else, like, she's all belly.
Yeah, she is. Now I have seen her and is it her husband? Is it her husband or boyfriend? I'm not sure if she got married yet.
Her partner.
Her partner.
No, they're not married. Her partner.
her partner, and I've seen them at like basketball games and the wardrobe and stuff that they wear. And he's such a cute little funny dresser to me. I mean, he's like so comfortable. He's like, I don't care. I'm just comfortable and I'm gonna be happy the way I am. And I love it to me. You know, my husband looks at me, he's like, what is he doing at the basketball game with bedroom shoes on? He has some like furry slippers on. And I was like, they're so cute and comfy. But I'm happy that she's happy. I'm happy that, you know, that they have this beautiful baby coming. We pray everything goes well for her and for her wonderful partner. And I just wish them all the happiness and joy. What's your final thoughts on Rihanna, Robin? And then I'll come down to you, Julius.
Well, I'm kind of disturbed at this photo because I have a 100% positive rate in being able to predict the gender of children pre-birth, and this is not giving me an opportunity to make my prediction.
Oh. That's funny. I'm so sorry. You have to get the Elle magazine for that.
I'm gonna have to look at some other photos.
Okay, some more photos. Okay, we can do it. Julius, what's your thoughts on Rihanna as we go to our next couple of topics, and then we're out of here. Okay, Julius is probably pulling up some more information on beautiful Miss Rihanna. Okay, Julius, we can't hear you. I think he muted himself. Okay. All right. So let's go over to this next picture here. Now, I don't know if you guys know who this is. This is Larry Reed. Larry Reed is a content creator, and he does a lot of stuff on social media, YouTube, Instagram. He has a large following. And Larry Reed, I'm bringing him up here because my next story, he's actually the reason why I'm aware of these other two gentlemen that I'm going to be bringing on panel. Now, Larry Reed has a platform. I do follow Larry Reed and get into some of his content that he has on there. But he has a really big following, and he loves to talk and discuss about church happenings and things like that. He is also in the social media realm saying that, you know, as far as like LGBTQIA plus people in church, that, you know, he's on their side, which I am as well. We want to love everybody. We want everybody to feel welcome. And so Larry Reed has a lot of conversations about LGBTQIA in the church. So if you want to learn a lot about that, you want to go over to Larry Reed Live's channel, check him out. Larry Reed Live. You can check him out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff. He's a huge following, and he just sometimes I have to turn him off because he gets to be a little too much, but we do that with everybody. But Larry Reed is something else. He is something else. So Robin, have you seen Larry Reed before?
I know about him, and for some reason, I have never felt compelled to engage or indulge. So I don't know. I only know what y'all say about him.
Yeah. Okay, Theodore, I see you in the chats here. I'm gonna need you to turn your camera on just so I can see your picture, and then turn it off before I can let you on panel. Okay. So I just briefly, I know about him. I've been following him for a while. And again, he is very big into, church news and church information and stuff like that. Theodore, I need you to turn your camera on before I can bring you on panel, okay? All right, so my next story I want to bring up is this one. Do you know these two?
One of them looks like
I saw their story.
The guy who's the king of hair.
No, one of them is a pastor, and that's his partner. And they've been married. I think they're celebrating 20 years of marriage, correct?
Oh, that's right. That's right. This is Bishop Oliver Clyde Allen and his husband, Rashad Burgess. And they're celebrating their 20 years. They're celebrating their 20-year, let's see.
Anniversary.
20-year anniversary. Yes. Tuesday.
There's hope for me then.
Yes, there is hope for you. It says here on this article from BET that Bishop O.C. Allen and Rashad Burgess renew vows 20 years after marriage. The couple also share 2 children. Now, this is how I learned of them through Larry Reed. Now, they are getting a lot of flack. A lot of people are having conversations about them. And the reason why I wanted to have this conversation real quick on here is because I attend church also. I love God. I love, everybody as well. But I think what a lot of people need to understand is if people want to live their lives in the LGBTQIA status and attend church and be bishops and pastors, I don't think that we should be so hard on them to kind of like say, oh, you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that, because there's pastors that are out here that are coming down on them, telling them that they should not have a church, they should not be ministers, they should not be leading anybody, and they're having all this negative talk. Well, my question is, if you, the pastors who are against them, don't want the LGBTQIA plus members in your church, where are they supposed to go?
First of all, and judge
what?
not.
Go ahead, Robin.
Judge not. How's it go? Judge not, lest ye be
judged. Mm-hmm.
Number one. Number two, how many of our Black churches specifically have the gay choir leader?
Come on.
The minister of music.
Come on.
And all those good things.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll turn their back on it because they produce good product. They bring the folks to the church because they want to worship, but they want to worship in song. Third thing is, whether it be the church or the school or any other place, I find it difficult to even listen to people speak against LGBTQIA plus community or people in same-sex relationships, mostly because here's the thing. Those two men on that we're looking at right there, they don't want me. And I'm not, what I'm saying? My point is,
I got you exactly.
That's it, and that, leave it alone. Even even in the heterosexual world, the same thing.
Yeah.
If I'm with this man and you have an issue with it, you have an issue, but leave it alone, because this is between us and you ain't got nothing to do with it. Mind your business, stay in your lane. I'm gonna get some bass in my voice.
Get the bass, girl. Get the bass.
I think that we mind too much. Yes, sweetie.
And all them, supposed men of God. Why don't they sit down and have a conversation with presiding prelate of the Affirming Ministries Coalition, Bishop Yvette Flunder?
You better come on with Yvette Flunder. Come on now. I heard her from Larry Reed too.
Because she'll preach.
Yes, she will.
I heard her in person. And she takes it on.
Yes.
In the sermon that I can remember for her, she talked about one of the preachers of LA saying something about her. Now, she said he could talk all he wants. Because I know my ministry.
There you go.
He's so bothered about me because I'm same-gendered loving. Why don't you reverse and put all that work into yourself?
Right. Hello, Richard. You're gonna have to turn your camera on so I can see you before I can bring you on panel. Hey, Aaron, how you doing today? Listen, I love me some Miss Yvette, because she is the truth. And again, I want pastors to understand you don't have to agree with people's sexuality, but also you need to. Well, I'm sorry, Richard. I'm going to have to block you. Okay. I don't know who these people are. All right. So anyway, I want pastors to understand that, again, if you're saying, no, I don't want you in my church, or, you're this or that, and don't come in the doors of my church, then don't get mad when they go and open the door of their own church. Don't get mad. Yeah. Don't come after them. Don't try and shut them down. Don't. And again, pastors, you have so many sermons that you can preach. You do not have to preach a sermon about the church that's down the street that you say you don't like. There's so many other sermons that you can preach about, but they need a place to go so that they can learn and that they can get some healing and that they can get some love and some knowledge on the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ too. And if you don't want to open the door to them, they need a place to go.
And it's just like, for me, I looked up the movie 1946. And it showed this seminarian when it talked about, like, you know, all the Leviticus stuff. You know, I'm a gay man. You know what? We're going to tackle it. And he questioned to his superior. Now, this was seminary in the 1940s. He questioned, why is this in here? Because it wasn't in there prior. And the superior said to him, I don't know. I don't have the answer for you. But for right now, we're going to keep a lid on it.
All right.
And so what does that tell you? And it's just like the guy who produced the 1946 movie. Power and control. Thing. And then it's like, when they see that, like, we're not a threat, we just want to live our lives as LGBT folk and people of faith, then they have to look in the mirror and do their own work on themselves.
There you go. Look in the mirror and do your own work. Again, you know, kudos to them. They have a huge following. Pastor Jamal Bryant just went and also had conversations with them, and they recorded all of that. And let me tell you, I am a God-fearing woman. I love the Lord Jesus Christ, but I also understand people. You have to be able to love people where they are. And if you can't love somebody where they are, then I don't understand how you feel you're going to get any further with where you need to be in life. So I'm for them. And again, they are opening their doors because other people have closed their doors to them. So kudos and congratulations to them. Happy anniversary, major success and prayers and blessings and all of that to them. And thank you, Larry Reed, for even informing me of them. I appreciate that so much. All right, you guys, we got one other story we're going to cover now. I don't know, Robin, you may have to help me with this. AKAs make history.
One more time. I'm an AKA. Yes. What do you want? What do you want from me, who have a member of the first and the finest for over 30 something years? What can I tell you about us making history again for about the millionth time? You know, we made history as being the first sorority for Black women. We made history. If you looked at the movie, the women who what was the name of that movie about the women who worked at NASA? All of them were AKAs. Let's talk about the vice president, a woman of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. You know I can go on, and I probably will, so I'm gonna stop myself because yeah.
Well, congratulations to them. They are setting the example. I'm so excited about this. AKAs make history, the first ever sorority to own a credit union. That is major. That is so major, and congratulations to them. I got this from Black and Brown Success. Listen, I'm loving love this. Now, I wasn't able to pull up the name because I was getting this together real fast to bring it on here. So once I get the name, Robert, you don't know the name of the credit union. Did they post that yet?
Yes, it's FMO, for members only. So people who are currently able to participate in the credit union are members of the sorority, their families, and staff of the credit union and the sorority.
Oh, so it's like a Delta Financial or Delta Credit Union, something like that.
The Deltas don't have a credit union.
Well, it's the credit union. Delta is a credit union, the airline, I think. Delta Airline has a credit
Delta.
Union.
When you said Delta, because I'm in Black.
Not the sorority. And even if Delta did get a credit union, they cannot name it Delta because that's already taken. But I love this, and congratulations to them. I pray them much success on that. I love, love, love that they're doing this. This is a wonderful thing. I pray they also help a lot of people. I pray that they have a lending department there as well that can help people to purchase homes and financing and everything like that, loans, business loans, all kind of stuff. I pray that all of that takes place. Y'all check them out. Like Robin said, you have to be for members only. So I don't know how I can get in. I don't know. I may have to come under Robin's elder sister.
Well, unless you decide that you would like to be a member of the sorority, then that's a whole nother process that is open for discussion, because just as the quick lesson, Black Greek letter organizations are different from the other ones because we have membership for life. So like when I hear because when I hear the white people, when they say, I was in Tri Delt, nah, we don't do that. You can only belong to one member organization of the 9.
Okay.
And you are a member for life. The way our organization is set up is that we have an international board of directors. The international president sets forth our agenda for her term in office. And that agenda has targets and goals that every chapter, both undergraduate and graduate, must meet. So whatever the focus is, we have to do community service projects to tick off and check those goals. And again, you can become a member both as an undergraduate and a graduate, or the third option is honorary. So as an undergraduate, you do it at your school. As a graduate, you can become a member either after you've obtained your 4-year college degree. You can be in graduate school, or you can be graduated and join a chapter in your town. It depends on how it's set up, but typically in your county or city.
I love that. Well, congratulations to them. Kudos and congratulations to them. And I'm so glad that they got that going. Julius, were you aware of this? You wanted to add anything to this one?
No, I wasn't aware to this. I think it's fantastic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Vernice, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. She said, hello, everyone. Some have questions or relationship of David and Jonathan. Some of them, they may. I believe that's the previous conversation. But thank you, Bernice. And, put your chats in there if you want to still have more chats on that as well. All right. So Robin and Julius, before we head out, is there any other topics or conversations that y'all wanted to talk about? Because we've got a few more minutes here. Any topics you want to discuss?
The hot mess thing with Ethan Slater and Ariana Grande. It's a hot dang mess.
Okay, go ahead and talk about that. Listen, is this the one? Are they divorcing? What's going on? Because I don't follow those.
So
what happened?
The soon-to-be ex-wife of Ethan Slater, the guy who portrays SpongeBob on Broadway, and from Wicked.
Okay.
His ex-wife was surprised, blindsided, and hurt that he moved on with Ariana Grande.
Oh, no.
Now, Ariana and her soon-to-be ex-husband separated in January, has yet to file for divorce. But this past week, Ethan filed for divorce from his wife. And so she's just blindsided. She's like, Ariana's not a girl's girl, and the story is just Ariana and Delton, and my family's just collateral damage. And his individual people is trying to make it seem like Ariana cares about him, so she's giving him space to work out the relationship between the two of them, so I guess they can have a healthy co-parenting relationship. But it seems to me Ariana was the mistress. And so, so the betrayed wife sent a subtle message by saying, her family was collateral damage and that she's not a girl's girl.
Oh, my gracious.
And so, but it's just it makes me think, when did y'all really separate if Ethan was posting her for Mother's Day and everything else?
Sounds to me like cheateration and all this stuff going on. Cheateration. And I mean, why can't people, if you're not happy in a relationship, just leave. Just leave 100%.
Right. Didn't he just have a baby?
Oh.
Yeah, they just had a baby a couple of months ago. She's like, I'm focusing on my son. That is my focus. But it's like, I love this man. They were high school sweethearts. Like, you know, it's like, I was with him forever and he's gonna do this to me. But that says all I need to know about him. You're gonna downgrade from your wife, a queen, an actual queen that you had riding for you by your side, to Ariana, who's known as a downgrade anyway.
Oh, not the downgrade. Isn't she the same one that licked the donuts too?
Yes.
Yeah.
My God, that was nasty.
She downgrade. But yeah, folks say she has trauma from the loss of Mac Miller.
Oh.
But yet, why did he spiral? It makes you think.
New conspiracy theory.
Listen, I'm all for, if you're not happy in a relationship and you definitely know it's not going to work, leave. And because you don't want to put that hurt on somebody else, all that cheateration, and you don't want to do that. So I don't mind that. Aaron, do me a favor. Never mind, I got it. Thank you so much. Okay, Robin, you said you had a topic you wanted to discuss.
Yeah, and after I wrote it, I realized it's not exactly a topic, but a statement, and it has to do with reality television.
Okay,
I had an aha moment about it. You know how when we have these recaps and we get on panels and we talk and we get in the chat and we talk, and there's a lot of people talk about how so and so doesn't have a storyline. Right?
Okay.
And I finally realized that besides the fact that the viewers are totally hoodwinked, is that I don't believe there's any truth to it. No one have people ever not having a storyline, because if you're living life, you have a storyline, even if it's just, I woke up, I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I went to bed, I washed my butt, those things. But more importantly is that the editors and the producers, production really drives a storyline. And it hit me. I think I was watching something having to do with Ready to Love. And they're like, well, they didn't show that. Oh, they didn't show that. Everybody, they don't show things. And what they do is they get people and they talk to them. And before these shows even really get rolling, they very often, they meeting production, after meeting with us, the people, the participants, they craft a story. And that's what they present. And I have been definitely weaning myself off of reality TV. Yes. And I realize now that I'm probably off of the drug almost entirely at this point, because it is so manipulative. And I haven't been able to watch any of these shows.
It's hard.
And remember, in real time, that it's all edited highly. And so it's frustrating to me. But when I sat down, a few days ago, I was like, wait a minute, Robin, what's wrong with you? These people talking about they don't have a storyline, this, that, and the third. So-and-so is boring. You know what? They probably aren't. It's what production wants to do. And I do believe that what happened is that when we had this dearth and this chasm with the last writer strike, what the people did was they did just throw all these reality shows at us. But what they did was the producers stepped in and they decided to craft stories as if they were writers, instead of staying true to the truth and the reality of people's lives.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. It is getting really hard to watch a lot of these reality shows, Robin, and I can 100% agree with you. And that's why I'm trying to find like some happy things to watch. Matter of fact, today I watched the Transformers, the rise of the new whatever it's called. And actually, I paid to watch that thing on my home TV because there was really nothing on television that I really wanted to watch that would be like, entertaining and not put my mind in wanting, fight mode. And that's what a lot of these reality shows are getting people so hyped up. It's not even comfortable, watching.
And it's not real. A lot of it's so unreal. Like when you had your tea party, we didn't see you with these people who I think that decently. Y'all weren't sitting, y'all weren't fighting, y'all weren't throwing drinks and food at each other. So it's unreally. So I have really been working hard to get back to scripted television. So I 2 weekends ago I took a one sitting and watched Survival of the Thickest, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
They cloned Tyrone.
I saw that. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, that's why I love Crappy Lake. Is just funny. Yes, I love Crappy Lake too. I saw that too, Robin. Survival of the Thickest.
Yes,
that was a good show. Julius, have you seen that show on Netflix?
No.
Yeah, I saw that. Michelle Buteau. Her name is.
Yes.
Actually, my sister went to school with her at FIU. And and they were really good friends. My sister and Michelle were really good friends. So much so that my sister named her daughter after Michelle. Her daughter's name is Michelle, and that's her godmother. And she's such. I mean, I am so proud of her from where she has come from, and to be there. And she also has a comedy show that's out now that she's doing. She's got that, and she was the producer on that Netflix series too.
Yep, producer, writer. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And she's married now. Has a wonderful husband. Has two. She has twins that she had through a surrogate. I didn't even know she had it through surrogate.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, I do like. Huh?
I was like, why do I know so much about Michelle? Because I saw her do interviews going back a couple of years. I find her very interesting.
Yes.
I love her confidence. Mm-hmm. I love her just knowing who she is, front, back, and center, and both sides.
I know.
I love her presentation.
Yeah, she's come a long way, and I'm very proud of her. And I love, her personality. She's funny. And that show, Survival of the Thickest, it was good. I had to get through some of the sex scenes. I had to get through some of those. Mm-hmm. But I could see what they were doing. They were relating it to real life. And I liked her friend, the roommate with the cat and all the oil.
Yes. She was such a nut.
I loved her. That was such a good, and I watched all of them. I did. I have finished watching the whole series. It was so good. Aaron says, has anyone watched Queen Charlotte on Netflix? I haven't seen Queen Charlotte yet.
I hear that's really good.
Have you seen it yet, Julius?
Not yet, but the folks that I know who have seen it, it's really good.
Okay. Robin, have you seen that yet?
I don't like a lot of period pieces, but I do understand that it has great reviews. And you know what? Not just period pieces. What I learned about myself today, I didn't learn it today. What I really came to terms with is I really attempted to watch Till this morning.
What?
Or early this afternoon. And I couldn't do it.
What?
I think it's because I know the story, and it's traumatic for me. And I'm sure there are things in the movie that I'm not aware of, but just the sheer nature of the entirety of the story as we know it and the outcome, it's hurtful. I even tried to watch. They have that series about Reggie Jackson, the baseball player.
Okay.
And I was compelled to watch it because I saw him interviewed about it. He was promoting it. This is gonna be good because I didn't know a couple of things about him. Like I didn't even know that he was Afro-Latino.
Okay.
I started watching it, and I guess I'm in my old age. I'm getting very sensitive.
Okay.
And there was a lot of stuff that was revealed in the beginning of the show. Or the documentary that spoke about the racism that he endured. And I kid you not, I started crying. I couldn't stop. I started sobbing. I couldn't stop. And I had to stop watching it. And so that's the same thing with Till. I was watching it and and I think I really believe that it's so bothersome to me because I feel like we're in the throes of history repeating itself.
Oh no.
And I feel that we are in so fragmented. I think there's so much misogyny, racism, bigotry, and hatred. And I don't have the stomach for it. And I know, although I'm just 59 years old, I know what kind of things I went through.
Yes.
I knew as a 4-year-old child, when I was in school, I knew I fought every day because I was the only little black girl in the school. And they called me nigga.
Oh no.
And so I remember that. And so
that's why it sparks a lot of you when you watch stuff like this. It brings back those feelings.
It does. And it's like, come on, I thought we were so past this. Not past this in a 100% way, but in a way where it's not even about being tolerated. It's just being. And the fact that we're not wholesale being allowed to be, whether you're black, whether you're gay, whether you're Latino, if you're a Christian, a Jew, or a Muslim. There are people who are against you just for those reasons that have nothing to do with the content of your character.
That's right.
Bothersome to me.
And it should be, because, we do need to have a society where we can allow people to live and breathe and be comfortable in the very life that they're living and the breath that they're breathing. And we do try and take away the breath and life of people simply because of stuff like sexuality, color, creed, religion, and it's really, you would think after all these years that Earth has been formed that we would be past a lot of this stuff. But like you said, Robin, it's a sad thought to think that it could be coming back around again. And I'm praying that, it doesn't swing, but I get what you're saying. I get it. And I'm praying for a better world and a better place. But you know what? There's always going to be an enemy. There's always going to be an enemy, no matter what. If the serpent was in heaven, child, it's going to be a lot down here. But Erin said, it is the show is really good. She recommends it. Thank you so much. And she also said this, Robin. Erin said, "I'm so sorry, Robin." Thank you, Erin.
It just pops up every once in a while.
I know. But listen, everything is going to be all good. And Robin, you're going to be good too. And I appreciate you so much for helping me to celebrate Erin too when you came on to do that. Thank you so much. I had so much fun doing that.
Wait a minute.
I would dig myself out of quicksand to celebrate Erin.
I know. Go ahead, Julius. Go ahead.
What happened? Something happened with you, Auntie Robin? What happened?
No, I'm just sad about how they talked about it when she was 4.
Oh.
No. They didn't talk about me. They just called me a nigga.
Try being tormented by a teacher and a principal.
The teacher and the principal, Julius?
Yep.
No, I got to hear this real quick. I know we was getting ready to get out of here. Hey, in my opinion, girl, how you doing?
So I was in elementary school in a class called Life Skills.
Okay.
My teacher was prejudiced as I don't know what. I would always get in trouble, sent out to the bench and everything else. And so it came to the point where at one point she told me I'll never amount to nothing, make it anything.
I hate when teachers do that.
And it was after she said that, both of my parents went up to the school. The principal backed her up.
What?
And he said to my father was about to hem him up because he said to my father, if your son wasn't walking and talking and shaking like a gay, he will be all right. But it's all right though, because I got my revenge in the best way possible.
What'd you get?
I was helping my friend's dad campaign for his campaign for sheriff, even though he didn't win, but it's all right. And I seen that very principal. I said, Mr. Fitzgerald, how you doing, sir? A firm and handshake, eye contact, everything.
Really?
And what do you think he did? He looked away and said, this guy. I said, yeah, this guy.
You better go ahead and let him know you ain't down and out. You was up and coming.
That's definitely what I showed him. My friend looked at me. He's like,
I don't even know what you know what, Julius, I have to tell you.
Congratulations, Julius. I love that. Yeah. Go ahead, Robin.
You know what, Julius? I had a similar experience, and it was a classmate. I was in my drama class, My teacher, Mr. Fury, really humiliated one of my classmates, James.
Mm.
And James was definitely gay, very flamboyant, but fly at the same time. He wore a suit every day to school.
Okay,
But
sharp.
the entirety of our class, and let me tell you, our class was from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Huh?
He challenged James. He challenged James to walk because he had a dip and a do, and he wanted him to have a more masculine walk, and he made this man, young guy, walk back and forth. James never changed his step, and I remember it to this day because I can still see it happening. And he was really bothered that James was gay. But here's the thing. Shortly after high school, I saw one of my old math teachers.
Okay.
And he talked. I think I went to the school for some event. And he told me, "Oh, by the way, you know Mr. Fury died, right?" I said, "No." He said, "Yeah, I was with him when he died of AIDS." And that really pissed me off even more because
he was on
Mr.
the
Fury
down low.
He was
Really?
gay.
But see, here's another connection to that. My elementary school teacher, she was a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
My mom and sister seen her out at one of the malls where I live. The mall's closed now, and my sister's like, "Ma, that's Miss Caney." That was her name.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, and my mom's like, "That's not Miss Caney," because she was like, trying to get healthy or whatever.
Okay.
And my mom took a quick look. She was like, "Whoa."
Mm.
And my mom told me afterwards she had a wife.
And see, why don't we just let people live their lives?
But see, here's the thing.
What?
Even folks in the gay community, like the same, not all kinfolk is kinfolk. Not even folks in the gay community is kinfolk.
Yeah.
Now that's a whole nother topic, and you're right about that. And here, I just saw this whole thing where everybody was fighting each other on YouTube about this cis thing or whatever. And I didn't have it on my channel because I just was like, I don't understand it all. But I didn't understand. I didn't like how it brought up so much fighting. But like you said, Julius, everybody is not even for each other, even in the LGBTQIA plus community. That's terrible. So they're fighting it from all sides.
Because case in point, an example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember the whole backlash that Dave Chappelle got?
Yes.
Now he shared that with his trans friend.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He did his due diligence, and you want to know what his trans friend said?
What?
I don't know what those people's problem is. I'm not offended.
Oh.
But folks in the community hounded her, harassed her, and everything else. And you want to know where she is today? Sadly, she's no longer with us.
No.
All because some folks in the community, because she had a difference of opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And it's just like, I heard what he said.
Thank you, in my opinion.
It was more of like a teaching thing. He's like, he said multiple times, I did my research on this. I talked to my immediate people who would be affected, and they said they wasn't affected. Mm-hmm. Now he's not like the guy Bootsy and whoever else who goes overboard.
Mm-hmm.
He cares about people.
Yes, he does. Yeah, Dave Chappelle really does. Dave Chappelle really, really does care about people. That's who you're referring to, right? Dave Chappelle, right?
Yes, and he
does.
And it's just like every time he talked about her, he would get emotional and cry because like he said, I should have had. I don't regret saying it, but I shouldn't have said it because then she would have still been here.
Wow.
But it's like the problem.
Did she take her own life?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that we can say that, but not the actual word. And that's what we need to do our best to prevent. And it's too many unnecessary caskets in the ground.
And it's like folk, and they even came at me, because before our current governor in Massachusetts, Governor Healy, it was Governor Baker, and I said at one of my friends' things, I like Governor Baker. He does a lot for the community.
Yeah.
You know, I take note of the actions, right? And I was, and this was when I was still registered as a Democrat. I am now an independent. And
I've been an independent for life.
and this person was like, "How can you say that? Yada yada yada. Like he has not done nothing." I'm like, I said to myself, has this lady been living under a rock? He's done a lot, and ever since, like my friend asked me, I told him about it, and he was like, "Oh." And it's just like, you know, you got to take mental notes like that, because it's just like when you say something against the collective now, the Cheeto and the rest of them, that's a whole different, you know, mountain.
Wow.
That man gave me a headache. But folks have forgotten to still be at the table.
That part.
And to agree to disagree.
That part. You got to still be able to sit at the table, even if you don't like what meal is being served.
Because it's just like, sometimes the folks who you can align yourself with, this is what I've come to know. Some of the folks who you have come to align yourself with, will be the ones who will do the worst to you.
Ooh. Let me tell you, in my opinion, said it good in this comment. She said, people feel they can say or do anything without repercussions for their behaviors.
Sure enough.
That is so sad. And again, most of those people that we're probably talking about, Dave Chappelle's friend, probably didn't even know her personally. You know,
it was just the thing to talk about. And like when I looked up on it and showed how she was receiving death threats,
that's crazy.
The threats and all of that. I'm like,
crazy. All because she wants to live her life, her way.
All because she had a difference of opinion and was defending her friend.
And she didn't do anything, you know, physically to any of them. That's ridiculous.
She didn't do, you know, what them crazy folks did on January 2.5 years ago.
Right.
Like, you know, folks who we disagree with, how come we can't just live in harmony? Like, listen.
Agree to disagree.
That part. Like, you ain't gonna, like, a classmate that I have now, he's to the right. I said, you are not going to agree with me on almost everything. But let me tell you something else. The fact that he can tell me what's on his mind and know I'm going to be okay with disagreeing with almost everything that he's saying, but still can have respect with him at the end of the day. Listen, that's what needs to come back.
Come on now. The truth. That's it. That's the truth. Be able to still sit at the table, be able to still hang out with each other and disagree lovingly. I always say that all the time on my channel. We can disagree
everybody's all worried about these wood stoves, drag queen shows, and all this bunch of unnecessary crap.
Unnecessary hate. Tammy said this. She said, I went to get help from my college academic advisor my freshman year of college. Instead of helping me, Miss Blonde Blue Eyes told I wasn't going to graduate from college. I knew that's what she meant and why. So when I got my degree, I took her right up to old girl and reminded her of what she said and showed her my degree.
That's me and Tammy have a similar story. Me and Tammy, my homie, we have a similar story. Mine was my high school college advisor.
Tell me about it, Robin.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna be real fast because I
go ahead.
Time. So I'm in New York City, so they don't have like great ratios of people, people who service their students. So on my day that I went to see my college advisor, she asked me if I was going to college.
Okay.
No one had ever asked me that question before, yet I was a high school senior. And I said, of course I'm going to college. And she said, well, where do you want to go? No one had ever asked me that. I said, oh, gee, I don't know. Harvard, Yale, Cornell, because those are the only schools I knew.
Okay.
And she goes, darling, Cornell would be a dream school for you.
Oh.
And I said, this bitch really said that to me.
That was profiling, Julius.
So, by the way, I called Cornell University in January of 1981. I had not applied to any place at all. I spoke to this woman, and she sent me an application. It was due January 31st. I mean, it would need to be postmarked by January 31st.
Okay.
My mother drove me to the main post office in the Bronx on January 31st. I mailed that college application, which, by the way, was my only college application.
Woo.
So then I got an invitation to go to Cornell University for this special weekend they had for the colored people, for the the minority students to see the school and see if we want to go. I went, and when I got home, I had a letter saying I was accepted to the university.
Wow.
So and by the way, this weekend was over the Easter break. So I go to the school with my letter, and I say to the woman, her name was Beatrice Hector.
Oh, you remember the name, full name.
Oh, because there's more to come. And so I said, oh, by the way, I said, guess where I was, Miss Hector? She says, geez, I don't know where. I said, well, I went to Cornell University. She's like, really? I said, yeah. She said, well, do they want you? I said, do they want me? And I showed her the letter. Wait, I showed her the letter. And you know what she said?
What?
This is nice, dear. Where's your application for City College?
What?
Mm-hmm.
So
she didn't want to accept the fact that you shut her down.
I go to a holiday party because I've now graduated. I'm working for the United Federation of Teachers.
Wow.
I can see myself. I had this fantastic red dress on for the holiday party.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm at the party. And by the way, I had several drinks, by the way. Who do I see?
Okay,
but now Beatrice Hector.
She finna let us know now, Julia. She finna let us know, Julia. She had a few drinks, so let's hear it. Let's hear it, Robin.
I said, and I was so loud. And it, I'll blame it on there being a lot loud music, but no, I was drunk. I said, Miss Hector, you remember me? My name is Robin Moore. I don't know if you remember, but you told me that Cornell would be a dream school for me. Well, let me tell you something. And I took my hand and I raised it to her face to show her my college ring. Ooh. I said, not only was I accepted, not only did I go, but I graduated. How you feel now? And by the way, I heard that your son attended but got kicked out. I still enjoy that moment to this day, as you can tell.
Oh, she was like, "Oh, I would let this thing know."
And she was just like, she kept trying to shush me, and I was like, "I will not be quiet."
Oh my goodness, Robin, you shut it down and you threw her son under the bus.
Because that's what I heard.
Oh my goodness, that is so hilarious. But you're right. You get Bernice said cats fight more than dogs when we were talking about
listen, these cats are something else. They ain't afraid to throw hands.
Robin, that story, oh my goodness. Hilarious. Yeah, you're right, Julia. And that's something else. That's something else. They're already trying to fight every other culture, community, and then fighting within your own community. But guess what? We Blacks do it too. We do the same thing. We fight every other culture and community, and we fight within our own community. Crazy.
I just be like when I see some of them who are over dramatic and everything else, I'd be like, okay, girl, you done.
Let it go.
Even to the fellas, because I'm like, y'all in y'all feelings more than I. So what's the tea, boo? Come on, share with me. They're like, we ain't gay. I'm like, listen, share the tea. What's going on? Pour your heart out. And then they just start be crying.
Oh.
And I'll be like, what happened to this stuff exterior? Because like a half a second ago, you was ready to throw hands with this person. So what happened?
See, I love it. See, go get him with some love. I love that, Julius. In my opinion,
I'm trying because sometimes the folks be making me act like Medea, and I be having to
don't
JD.
Oh, Don't go Medea on him. Don't do the Medea.
I be working now.
I love me some Tyler Perry. I love me some Tyler Perry. In my opinion, said John 13:34, a new commandment I give you, that you love one another just as I have loved you.
Yes,
You
folks
also are to love one
Amen.
another. You better
Folks
tell them, in my opinion.
Need to practice that. Amen.
Mm-hmm. Tammy, Tammy said, we sure do. Y'all sure have a lot in common. I love you. Robin, in my opinion, said, oh, she was trying you, Robin. And in my opinion, said, get her, Robin.
Listen, try somebody else, not me.
Oh my goodness. Like that song, try Jesus, don't try me because I throw hands.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, you guys know that he's also in the movie, the Transformer movie. Rise of the new one. The gentleman that sings that song, try Jesus, not me. What is his name? Let me see what his name is.
There's so many artists.
What's this Transformer movie?
Toby Nuigui. Toby.
I'm sorry. I just keep up with my 90s and my early 2000s. There's too much mess out now. I said, listen, I'm glad when I turned 30. Listen, I'm like, I will stick to my early 2000s and my 90s and back. Listen, I'm a semi-old man and I'm fine with that.
So wait, you're not gonna watch the Wham movie that's coming out? So you're not gonna watch Wham? That's me and Robin's time.
What Wham?
Robin.
Listen,
Robin.
I watch Christmas when it comes out next year, but it's like I'm selective.
I just work for you.
Mm-hmm.
The give and take.
Robin, I guess just me and you gonna be watching the Wham movie.
I'll tell you that I love you if you
listen.
Want
I watched the Wham. That's George Michael. That's the George Michael time. Listen,
yes, yes, they got it. They got a movie. They got a movie out now. I think it's on Netflix or one of those channels. That's funny. Tammy said, Robin, they can be a mess. Mm-hmm. Too much.
They specialize in it.
Mm-hmm. In my opinion, said Robin read her like she was reading a book.
Amen. I'm a reader.
Oh my goodness, Robin said, and I heard your son went and got kicked out. Oh, girl, you
listen. Some of the times when I get ready to read people, I be having to tone back the shade, because then my inner favorite Golden Girl be coming out. It either be Blanche or Dorothy when it be coming to the shade, because I'll be like, let me not say that. Okay, but sometimes you asking for it, so it's on her.
I can't hear him laughing.
He went to Blanche. There you go, Julius.
Blanche Devereaux.
Oh my goodness, Blanche. Or who was the other one? Who was the other one, Julius?
Dorothy. Then if they
Oh,
really get me started, then it's straight Sophia.
Oh my goodness, Sophia. He done went from Medea to Blanche to the Golden Girl. Y'all is hilarious. Let me tell you. Give them a good read. I tell you. And then just love them from a distance. Just love them from a distance.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, still gotta throw some love in there. Well, I love y'all for joining me today.
Love you
for
too,
just a little.
Miss Juice, and
Thank you. Thank you for a little chat, little fun day on Sunday. Decided to come on here. Thank y'all for joining me. We wanted to get some laughs out here, and we got some smiles out here. Thank you, everybody who is in the chat. You guys are welcome back anytime. Thank y'all so much for being here. And we're just gonna get some closing thoughts. I like to do closing thoughts on my channel before we log out. So I'm gonna do a closing thought, and then we're gonna go to Robin, and then we'll go to Julius, and it could be about any of the topics or just something in general that you like to say to the public. My closing thought is this: let people live their life. Let them live their life and have a nice time living it. And you will also live a happy life when you stay out of other folks' business. Julius, what's your closing thought?
Just make sure your mirror is correct. Like, sometimes I can lift my nose. I know I could be acting shady sometimes. I see it as me keeping the Lord entertained, and He know I done told you not to say that. Why you have no filter? Like, well, you know I'm going to say it, so I'm going to say it. But it's just like, on a serious note, though, folks have to make sure that their inner mirror and self is intact. Because when you try to project onto others, you have to have like a backup plan on what you're doing for your own self.
You better tell them. You better tell them. Michael Jackson said it best. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they crucified him. Mm-hmm. And they still trying to.
And he said it best. Look at the man in the mirror. The man in the mirror. That was beautiful, Julius. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. Appreciate you so much. And you're welcome back anytime. Love your spirit and your energy. Love it.
You, honey.
Thank you. All right. Have a great day. In my opinion, said this, the shade of it all is she was truly hating because her son couldn't cut it. That's what she was. That's what was happening with Robin. Robin, that lady was trying to come after Robin. She was mad because Robin got in and her son got kicked out. That was it. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, saying this was great. Thank you for your help in there too. Robin said, just in time, my internet knocked her out. Oh, okay. There you go, Robin. You can do your closing thoughts.
Give me a sec.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Aaron, for that. Thank you so much.
Is acting up. Can you hear me, Juice?
I can. Let me.
I'm in and out. It's been acting up too much. So I just want to say thank you for coming on. It was a fun time for me. Love chatting. Miss Julius. Glad to see Aaron. Love seeing you. Everybody have a great rest of the evening and see you tomorrow night.
Thank you so much, Robin. Appreciate you. And thank you so much, in my opinion. She said, this was amazing. Please remember to hit the thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. It's always amazing time here with you. Thank you so much, in my opinion. And thank you all for watching and being here. And we will be back with some more great topics. Remember, y'all hit that subscribe button, that click and like share button, and y'all have a great day and love on somebody today, okay? Love on each other. And remember, life is going to go on. Whether they like you or not, it's still going to go on. Y'all have a blessed day this Sunday, all right? Appreciate y'all. Bye.
A heartfelt thank you to all of our subscribers who joined us for this video. If you have not already subscribed, go to our YouTube channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. Subscribe and click on the notification bell to be alerted whenever we go live. Join our private Juice community. Go to www.thejuicecommunity.com and sign up for free. Join us, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. We have our Money Monday financial series. It is a lunch and learn program at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. Also on Monday, we have our reality series and hot topics at 7 p.m. Wednesdays, we have Bible study at 7:30 p.m. Thursdays, we have church news at 7:30 p.m. We also offer motivational moments, happy marriage lifestyle, news from a godly perspective, movie reviews, as well as our single moms club, Let's Talk Ex-Millennials, and of course, our Cooking with Clovis. Follow us on our podcast channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show Podcast, streaming on all podcast platforms. A great big thank you to our podcast production company, Noye Podcast Productions. They can help you create your own podcast also. Contact them today at houseofnoye.com. Thank you to our sponsor, Custom Apparel Shop. Have them complete your embroidery work and silk screening needs. Do you need a logo created for your fashion apparel or company? Contact Israel Mason today. That is 786-657-7501. Thank you to our main sponsor, Truth and Triumph Ministries. Truth and Triumph Ministries, a ministry that cares about telling people the truth so they can triumph in life. Thank you, Truth and Triumph Ministries, for all you do.